What's good, everybody? Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not sure if the mic is running. I think that it is, but what's good on the welcome on the stream. A bit confused because I had a problem with the OBS. This is actually the second time this week that I have problem with the OBS. I don't know what's happening, but I updated the version. But yeah, let me know if everything is running. I think that it should be. Welcome on today's stream. Welcome on Crypto Wizards. Let's jump right into it. What we're going to do today is we're going to pay attention to the BTC. Since we have possible setup forming here, we are actually trading this actively. So we will see what's happening here right now and what is the next plan, what's likely to happen in the next few hours. Also, we can have a look at the Euro USD and a gold. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. You guys should be able to see the screen, my trading view now. But once again, before I'm gonna start, let me know if everything is running well. I think that it should be all good. I can hear you. Everything is going as it should. Perfect. Okay, cool. The thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna post a Twitter or tweet that I'm live. And we're gonna start. How are you guys doing, by the way? Let me know in the chat if you are trading today, if you've made some money. And let's jump right into it. I'm honestly thinking about switching these 3 exo charts since we're gonna use a lot of the order flow TA, so maybe I'm gonna do it now. And yeah, we're gonna start with some TA. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna change this 3 exo. Let me just do one thing. I can't see the exo charts here. I have no clue why, but seems that I can share them. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We can use them right here. So let's start with analyzing some order flow, some divergences, CVD, delta, what's happening here. We're going to switch this template to the 15-minute time frame, and let's pay attention to what's happening down there locally. So as you can see, there's quite a big difference between the VWAP on the exo charts and the trading view. We are currently getting a bounce from the VWAP right here. The levels that I'm paying attention to is we have a really tight range between the daily value area high and a daily value area low. So they are really close to each other, and as you can see, we keep ranging between them. The thing or the key confluence for me why I think that we're gonna go down, which by the way I think that we will go down in the next few hours, is that we have a lot of single prints created from today with a really poor volume. We are starting to develop some volume up there, obviously. We can lower the tick size to 20 to zoom in a bit. But yeah, we just need to confirm the breakdown of the daily value area low, which means that we need to get like a selling delta, demand in selling after losing the value area low, the daily one. Once we're gonna get this, this is a high probability setup for a BTC short. Obviously, no financial advice, do whatever you want. Personally, I'm shorting this already. Okay, so I'm already sitting in the short. We'll see what's gonna happen. My plan is that I'm going to be collapsing the position once we're going to start taking out these highs. We can end it up in a SFP, but I don't want to be waiting like up there with the invalidation. So the plan is, once we're going to get something like this, I'm going to get out of the position and close it in a loss, which is, you know, absolutely fine. If I'm going to get stopped out, I'm going to get stopped out. Doesn't really matter that much for me. It's a natural part of trading. That's how it is. What's up? Good man. Nice smash that like for you. Appreciate it. Lots of trade longs. Yeah, I was actually checking this before the stream. We kind of trapped a lot of them inside this upper movement today at 3 a.m. So we can analyze this part a bit. Then we're going to have a look at what's happening here right now from a delta perspective. What we're going to do, or what we're going to use, will be this data sentiment template. We can switch this to like a 30 minutes. Yeah, and let's have a look. Simply, the thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna pay attention to the delta. So as you can see, once we started like taking out these highs and basically trying to reclaim the value area high, this one, the one that I was talking about, I think yesterday, in yesterday's video, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. Look what happened here. We started to get a lot of new longs, even net longs heavy opening to the top, right? So why would you be opening to the range value area high? Well, obviously, one reason could be that we could have broke out through it and look much higher. This didn't happen, and what we got here? Well, we got acceptance back below this, below the value area high, which started to be accepted right here, 16,900. Look what we got at the top. A lot of new buys, 5.1 million of longs, positive delta coming in. If you're gonna pay attention to the delta inside the candles, you see, and this is quite interesting, and this is why I'm always saying be on the side of a big players. This was like a first indication that okay, we are trapping a lot of new longs, and it's likely to reverse. Look what happened here. Pay attention to the exact numbers. Is there any way of how I can like zoom in the screen? You know what? I'm gonna try to do this with a touchpad. Yeah. No. Well, the thing that I'm trying to show you is, look at this 532k right here. I don't know why the cursor is, yeah, it should be here. So you see how we got the negative 500,000 basically. Why it's so important? Because it started to be formed on a 500k plus side, which means the big players started to sell already up there. Okay, so you see that the smaller players, they keep buying. You see 1.5 million, 1.7, 800k, 1 million down there. You know, a lot of new buys or a lot of positive delta coming in from small players, but the big ones already entering new shorts. Same thing, the upcoming candle, another 500,000 negative delta, and here obviously even the opposite side started to sell. Why I think that this happened here is because a lot of them got trapped up there at the wick. What we can do is we can go back to the Wizards flow template and we're gonna analyze the exact number. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna change this to the 15-minute as a default. I'm not using the website platform anymore. 99% of the time I'm using the desktop one, but since I can't share you the screen with the desktop, I have to use the web browser. But anyway, let's pay attention to the imbalances and to the delta up there. So as you can see here, we got stacked imbalances, 350, 700k, 200k, 100k again. So the buying pressure was quite big actually here. If you're going to pay attention to the open interest and the net long specifically, you see the net longs keeps increasing into the value area high, which is kind of a bullish sign, to be honest, since you are like trying to break through the resistance. So even though I wasn't trading this, the reason is very simple. It was happening at 3 a.m. my time, and I was talking about this I think yesterday in a video. You just can't take every single setup. That's just how it is. And when we can talk about this later actually, but when I was starting out, I tried to do it. Okay, I was basically like setting alerts. It was waking me up, you know, at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. but it's not gonna work, or at least it didn't work for me. I'm gonna tell you why in the upcoming minutes, but the thing that I'm trying to say is I'm absolutely fine that I missed the position, but also the thing that I wanted to say is I wouldn't be entering inside this candle if this would be happening, and obviously I wouldn't see the result. Why? Well, I would wait for retracement, so I would be entering probably around 16,900 ish, so it would be like either here or here. So I would wait for, trapping the yearly longs. My entry would be somewhere around here, and I would be aiming for like a VWAP as a TP1, more of a day trade / scalp, but that would be my plan. Overall here, if you're gonna zoom out, we can actually use like 1 hour. Think about these time frames is basically once you are getting higher and higher, you are just like removing the noise from the lower ones. We keep getting positive delta up there, right? It's not like a huge, imbalance, since it's almost like neutral here. It's around like 1,600,000, but this one is starting to get quite a lot of new longs stepping in. So we'll see what's gonna happen with the next candle. If the next one is gonna be actually to the downside, I truly believe that we gonna go lower even today. Okay, I would be looking for a retest of the previous day value area high, daily open. Like we have so many confluences down there around like 16,450, 16,500 that it's just very likely that we're gonna hit this zone. Positive delta doesn't always mean it's all longs. It can also be short stopped out. Yes, of course, totally. But that's the reason why you have to pay attention to the open interest and net longs and shorts, right? Yeah, of course, it can be, or it can be not stopping out, but also like closing shorts. Okay, so yeah, that's a good point. But here you got the net longs increasing, right? We are always talking about what was like the bigger reason why there is a positive delta, right? So if the net longs would be decreasing, we would have the positive delta. I would say, okay, here it's caused because shorts are closing the positions, right? So they are technically buying. So yeah, good point, but we do this. You know what? Let's check Euro USD now. I took a position yesterday, I think. I believe it was yesterday. Let's go to weekly time frame. Let me show you the levels that I'm paying attention to. On a euro, I'm remaining bearish, but I would like to see this level to be hit. Okay, this 1.055, somewhere around here. This is the level of interest for me. We also have a second weekly here, which got respected exactly to the dollar or to the cent, as you can see up there. We have first weekly down there, which is also being respected right now. Okay, here. Okay, so that's the reason why we are getting some bounce on Euro USD. Am I long in this? No, I'm not. But I'm going to be shorting this level up there. This is a high probability short for me. And I would be looking back down to around here as a TP1. This zone. So it's going to be more of a swing trade. We'll see how it goes, but I'll be looking to retest this area. I'm not sure if we have any naked POCs or something like this. Yeah, we do quite a lot of them actually. This was also a naked POC, as you can see yesterday. Yeah. Tapped exactly to the dollar here. Locally, the possible short would be here. 618 or the 05. I would be looking for the value area high. Okay, so the value area high is between 05 and 618 or 66. So this could potentially be, or I mean, we're gonna get some rejection up there. But it's not a high probability setup, you know what I mean? Probably wouldn't take this. It's too risky. How exactly do you trade a single prints? When do they start? I don't have exo charts. Thanks. So the right theory or the right way of how you should be trading single prints, if you don't have anything else, is once you're gonna get acceptance inside the zone of the single prints, which is basically here, right? So the SP starts at 16,725. Once you're gonna get acceptance inside this, so you can either have a look for like a volume, you know, increasing into it, or just looking for like a candle close inside it, or simply developing like a second print around here, which means you need to close like a 30 minutes candle here. This is the right approach if you are trading only single prints. And now listen, I don't use this. If I would, then I wouldn't be in yet, because we got bounce exactly from the top of the SPs. The thing that I'm doing is that I'm paying attention to more things, right? So I'm trying to like spot the overview of the market, what's happening here. And we are hitting like a huge resistance on a chart right now. We are getting some trap longs up there. We are getting some local small, but they are here CVD divergences. And we have the reason why we should go lower because of the single prints, the value area high, and a daily open. So we have like a lot to retest down there. And most likely we're going to get there. And this is just a repetitive pattern on a chart. It keeps playing out. I have a really good win rate with this. Today I'm a little bit more aggressive than I am usually. But the plan is that I'm going to compound more once we're going to get like the full confirmation, which means creating something like this. Right? So once we're going to take out these lows, I'm going to compound more most likely. But yeah, it's a high probability setup even now. But I'm not a financial advisor. I'm trading on a demo accounts, of course. But keep in mind that it can get stopped out. So always use risk management. I'm using it too. If I'm going to get stopped out, I'm fine. And I'm just going to simply pay attention to the next setup or to possible re-entry, right? But the way how you should be trading single prints is you are waiting for acceptance inside the range of the SPs. Or what I do is you are simply looking for like the overview of the market. You are trying to spot what's happening overall and what's more likely to happen. And you can create like a bias based on the single prints, if you know what I mean. That's what I use, but you can use whatever you want, obviously. Hopefully this helps. We have a video covering single prints inside the course, but yeah, that's it. How you should think about a single prints is that we spend here only less than 30 minutes, obviously, because it's a single print, right? So there is a really small amount of volume developed. That's why you are not expecting like bounce in between. The volume is very, very important in trading, and simply since you spend so small amount of time inside this range, there is not a big chance that there will be a lot of volume, right? So that's the reason why once you are approaching the zone, you are expecting like a quick spike through it. And that's also the reason why you see this pattern, right? You see a quick move. This is like the SPs, right? Okay. Single prints. Consolidation. Once you get acceptance here, you see this. Like another quick spike, right? Why is this happening? Well, because of the small volume. If you would get something like this, And a lot of people don't actually understand to this, but it's very easy and simple to understand or to get it right. So if you'll get something like this, sideways movement, then the movement to the downside is most likely going to be also something like this. Right? Why? Well, because there is a lot of volume developed. So if you will open a volume profile, you will see like a lot of, volume developed. Right? So the price is bouncing from like these high volume nodes. If it makes sense. Hopefully it does. Not saying that it's gonna get like a huge bounce, but it's getting like these chops, right? It's creating the structure. But if you're gonna get this, the breakdown is gonna be also similar. So it's gonna be something like this. Why? Well, we talked about it already. Just thinking, okay, here we have the volume profile. We have a lot of volume up there because we spend a lot of time up there, right? But here we don't have a lot of volume. So that's why once you're going to approach this zone, the move to the downside will be also very quick and fast. Hopefully that does make sense. I think it does. Key level, simply said. Key level. Yeah. This is the local key level. Once we're going to break this, you can technically compound more even after breaking this level already. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? Do whatever you want. Obviously, this is not a financial advice. I'm just showing you my plan. So keep that in mind. But this is the local key level we need to break. And it's simply based, it's very easy to get this. It's nothing extra complicated. Just paying attention to the value area. What is value area? Well, it's like an area on a chart where the asset is considered as its fair value, right? What does it mean? Well, price is remaining sideways in a range-bound movement, in a sideways movement more than not, right? So what this means is price is going to get the impulse either to the upside or to the downside, and then it's going to form like that sideways movement, right? People call this like choppy movement or range. I call it range too, but it's a fair value for the asset, right? But it's not going to obviously remain in this fair value for a long time, because it's going to find another fair value, because the value will change. So you're simply going to get breakdown or breakout, doesn't really matter, just like to the upside or to the downside, and then you're just going to wait for another fair value to be formed. So what I'm trying to say here is, once you're going to be breaking through the key level that we have here, you are looking for a new fair value, or like the area of value, right? Which is going to be most likely around here, because this is the previous one. So what we can do is we can actually mark out, and like this is exactly the thing that I'm talking about. Look at this. I'm going to be marking out the zones of the fair value here. This is the next one. And what happens? Well, you get a sideways, then you get move out of it. And this just keeps repeating. And you have like a bigger ones, you have smaller ones. You need to think about it like this. You have the bigger ones are on a bigger time frame. The smaller ones are on a smaller time frame. Simply said, right? So you see that you can have like a smaller ones inside the bigger ones. It's all about like, you know, checking multiple time frames, and price keeps hitting these fair values, simply said. Look at this. Previous 1 4 hour is going to be much more like clearer on the 30 minutes. Look, sideways. Price went to retest the sideways, the previous fair value. We get a move to the upside. So once we're going to leave this one, which is likely to happen now, we're going to go back down there. Because this is like a zone. This is like a no man land, no man zone, right? This is not a fair value for BTC. Fair value for BTC now is here and here. And the upper one will be here. Yeah. This one. So you don't want to trade. I mean, you can trade here inside this and basically like trying to catch the bottom of the range and the top, and you're going to keep selling the top and buying the bottom. But you can also trade like the breakout of it. You want to see volume behind it, but the target is simple. You get a volume, you are looking for a previous range of value. It can either be down there or up there. Very simply said. I know that this can be a little bit confusing, but like once you get the core of these value areas, it's very simple to use. And it's like the strategy on its own. Your background color is fire. Yeah. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been thinking about, actually for me it's not really comfy, since like the light is showing on a screen, if you know what I mean. But it looks good. It looks good, yeah. Thanks. Love the stream, bro. Do they get uploaded to your channel? Would love to watch back to learn. Yeah, so it's automatically recorded by YouTube. So you can rewatch the stream once I'm gonna finish it. Or maybe probably even now. You can actually replay the stream, I think. But I'm not 100% sure about this. Anyway, we started the Euro TA. But we haven't finished that one, did we? Look at this SFP up there. Could have been possible setup. But for me, the setups right now on Euro, I'm looking for a short, either here or losing this level here. So losing this level, I will go short. Getting something like this, which I would prefer actually, I would go short up there, simply said. That's the plan. That's the plan now. Appreciate the time you take to stream, man. Keep it up. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's fun actually for me. Like I'm doing this anyway, so it's nice to have a talk with you guys here. That's why I'm always saying like, let's do some Q&A and something like this, because like it's fun actually to like answer the questions you guys have. It's good. Look at the value area, how well it's been respected. Once again, the same thing that I was talking about. The same thing can be applied on basically every single asset. Look, you are getting bounce out of this. Once you're going to lose it, well, most likely you will go down there. So this is potential like a short for you. Look at this one. Looks kind of choppy here, right? You can go to daily. You can pull the fixed range tool. And look what happened. You left the range here. You backtest the value area high as a support. You get a move to the upside. Which means that once we're going to lose this level, you are going down there. It's not going to look like this, right? Like straight line to the downside. No, obviously not. But because you will have like some levels in between. So you'll have like a 618 and a 66. Just like kind of lining up with the value area high, previous one. So you can expect bounce around this area based on the value area high, the previous one, and based on a 618 and a 66. But yeah, like I said, this is like strategy on its own. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this is the previous range value area low. Yeah. Look. You hit the level, rejection down. Second time, hit the level, rejection down. And you're going to combine this with more tools. So, weekly horizontals. We'll go up to the weekly, which is here. Look, you have the horizontals here, this one, and this one down there. We have some questions. What are your thoughts on trading only BTC in the crypto space? Most alts are heavily correlated to BTC anyway, but a BTC will only present so many opportunities per day based on your strategy, right? Actually, this is what I do. I trade only BTC. I'm not trading any alts or whatsoever. What I trade is BTC, Euro USD, and gold. But that's it. And yeah, I agree with you. Since my strategies are based on a volume, you have the biggest volume on BTC, obviously. The levels are being respected the most on a BTC. And like you said, everything else is just like so correlated to it. So for me, it's probably easiest to trade the BTC. What do you think of that big move up last night? From my understanding, the initial candle which pumped was caused by short squeeze. As you can see, the decrease in the net shorts, open interest as it goes up. Are moves like this bad as they are caused by more short squeeze than longs? No, they are not bad. I wouldn't really say they are bad. Because what's bad and what's good, right? I would say they are without momentum. And let me tell you what I mean by this. But yeah, so I would start with the open interest. Usually these quick movements to the upside, they are not caused by new longs heavily opening, right? If you check a few of these quick movements, look, what do they have in common? Well, the open interest keeps decreasing on, I don't want to say all of them, but most of them are with the open interest decrease. Why it's happening? Well, imagine it like this. You need to hit that point where you're going to start that liquidation hunt, right? So once you're going to start hitting the liquidations, the stop loss hits, it's gonna get like really quick. Does it make sense? Hopefully it does. If everyone is having like a stop loss around the same price or the liquidation, once you hit this level, it's gonna be very quick because it's automatically gonna open like or trigger all of these stop losses and liquidations. So is it bad? Is it good? I call this it's without momentum, which means that this is not really a real demand in buying this movement to the upside. What I mean by demand is that actually like someone is willing to buy here. No, it's actually because someone is getting wrecked here, right? But this is okay. What's important next is the consolidation part, the sideways movement, because usually like this quick movement will be caused by the open interest decrease, but you can't really tell that all the time it's gonna get a move to the downside because it won't, right? So what you have to do is you have to analyze the sideways movement. Do we have a lot of new longs opening? Is there demand in buying? What I would say today is, yeah, there actually is, right? If I'm gonna open net longs, look at this. Net longs keeps increasing. What about net shorts? I mean, kind of, but if you're going to compare them, look, longs are more aggressive, okay? What does it mean? Well, I have demand in buying, but is the price going to the upside? Is it following the demand? Not really. So what does it mean? Well, there must be someone who's absorbing this price with a limit short. It's most likely someone big, right? Bank, institution, big trader. The thing that I keep talking about is people think that the bank and institution will place like one limit order at whatever the price is, 16,927 for example, and they just gonna like be defending this price once they got fully filled, right? No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna open like a lot of smaller limit shorts, right? So you won't see it in a DOM because that would be too easy. You would say, okay, here we have 30 million sell short limit. I'm going to short too. No, what they're going to do is they're going to keep, adding small limit orders to accumulate so-called build the position. The thing is that in my opinion, right now they are building the position. I can be wrong. The absorption is not really big at all. It's not huge, but it's there, right? From the data that we can see, is there. It's not the best example. Let's say that if I would be trading like FTMO challenge right now, and I would be taking only like the highest probability setups, I wouldn't take this one. Or I would, but I would enter lower. Like once we're gonna like obviously change the structure here, which is not happening yet. So I would be waiting for like something like this, not that big, but just like creating a new lower low, then I would be taking the setup. But sometimes you'll have, you have like a huge net longs imbalance between net longs and net shorts. You'll have a huge CVD divergence. You'll have the same setup as we have today. Then it's a high probability trade. And it's a high probability entry to enter right now. But it's not really the case today. So I don't want to call this not a so high probability trade. But like I said, if I would be looking, or if I would be trading like FTMO, for example, I wouldn't be taking this one. Just because I would be trying to get the best possible win rate with the smallest amount of losses as possible. What I'm doing today is if I'm going to get stopped out, I don't really care, right? Because I'm taking a small risk. If I will get the confirmation, the one that I'm looking for, I'm going to compound, simply said. Does it make sense? Did I answer the question? Hopefully I did. Like usually I just like expand to like other topics with this, but let me know. Let me know if you can or if you got it. If not, then I'm gonna try to explain it again. You have some more questions? No, guys, actually, I appreciate. If you guys have questions, then just go ahead. At least we can do something, because for me, the day trading, it's not the action all the time, right? Sometimes you're just like sitting and checking what's happening, but not a lot of data we have right now, or not a lot of things are happening right now in the market. So we are just like staying, not staying on the sidelines, but there is not much we can do about this. So I would appreciate if you can ask some questions. So another one: when entering and exiting trades, are you exclusively using limit orders? And if so, for what reason? Well, no. For take profits, exclusively using limit. I would say 80% of the time. For entering, I would actually say that 80% of the time I'm using market, since the market orders, I'm looking for that confirmation, right? And once I have the confirmation, usually there is not enough liquidity to fill me the whole position in a buy bid or on a buy bid exchange now. So I would have to like build the position too. And once I get a confirmation, it's very likely it's going to happen now, if you know what I mean. So I'm entering with the market, even though I don't have like the best possible entry and I pay more fees. For me, it's worth it because I'm participating fully in a market, in a move, right? If I'd be waiting for a limit order, then what can happen is I'm gonna like try to enter, but I'm gonna get filled only like on 20% of my position, of my like pre-planned position size. If you know what I mean. Oh, you see the bottle here. Sorry. So yeah, I'm actually entering with the market. And you guys can use my Bybit affiliate link if you want to support the channel. Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest to you. Like I'm getting some percentages from your commissions, but you are not paying more. Just Bybit is getting less. So so yeah, you can use our affiliate link, and you'll get some bonuses with us. You'll get some sale on a fees for first 30 days, and then you also will get some bonus that you can trade with. It depends, the amount depends on your equity amount, simply said. Okay, do we have any other questions? BTC's finally, not really. The volume is pretty poor. Yeah, volume is poor, but we are still like trying to reclaim the VWAP. Not successful right now. So it's kind of playing out. It's not invalidating now or anything like this. Simply we just need to wait. When you compound the current short at 17,600 paper trade, what is your invalidation? This is a good question. This one is nice. So probably you meant 16,600, right? I guess. So the plan is I'm gonna compound at 16,700, like 50-ish. Okay. The plan is gonna be that my invalidation is gonna move from here to back inside the range. So once again, I'm gonna use like the fixed range tool, and I'm gonna place it somewhere around here. So like 16,820 is gonna be my invalidation. Peers futures, and I'm not using like high leverage, usually around like 2 or 3x. Did you consider spot trading? It's free. Well, I don't mind like paying the fees, because in the end I'm gonna make more money when using 2x or 3x leverage, Whenever I compound, I end up losing trade because the entry price is changed and invalidation is far. So I'm risking too much. Yeah. Obviously, you need to be moving with your stop loss once you are compounding, because, like you said, the average entry price is changing, right? The thing with compounding, it's not an easy thing to do. Okay, so if you are starting out, I wouldn't really recommend you to like compound into your positions because it's quite, I don't want to say complicated, but you need to think about it. So you need to enter like a sensible place. Okay, you need to enter at sensible or compound at sensible place. So it needs to be good confirmation, which means, what I mean by good confirmation is once you're gonna enter that compound entry, it needs to be adding you probabilities to go higher or lower immediately, and it also needs to be changing the invalidation, right? Because once it's going to be the same, it's kind of a no sense to compound, because you are only, even though you are like adding to your position, making it bigger, you need to wait for that probabilities, because there is a reason why you didn't enter at the first entry with such a big position size, right? Because most likely you didn't have your confirmation, or it wasn't like high probability, if you know what I mean. So with the compounding, you need to wait for either like changing the structure, breaking through some important level. Once you're gonna get this, the invalidation can change. So let me give you like an easy example, right? Let's go back to, and I'm gonna give you example of the market structure right now, but this is not really the what I use exactly with the compounding. But imagine that this is what 61866 daily horizontal. This is just like a short setup for us. Okay, we are gonna move to the upside. This is your entry number 1, so we're gonna type in 1. Okay, you're gonna get this now. The compound for me would be this, breaking this low, because it's gonna be changing the structure. It's gonna be like getting out of this range, this sideways movement. So once you're gonna get this is your second entry. So your average position entry would move from like here to here, but you have probabilities that once you change the trend, price is not gonna take out this high. So you can enter more here, and you're gonna move your stop loss, for example, from here to down there. This is a valid compound, but if you compound randomly inside this, and the stop loss is the same, the invalidation is the same, and the probabilities are the same, most importantly, it's a no sense. Because like, think about it like this: why you wouldn't enter, or why you didn't enter with the higher position size at first, right? Well, you probably didn't have the probabilities, or like whatever it is, confirmation, confluence, doesn't really matter. Why you are compounding? Well, I'm compounding now because I got like confluence. I got another reason why price should actually get a move to the downside. When do you take fixed range pull of range, and when do you take fixed range pull of an impulse? Of impulse, almost never actually. I'm not really looking for impulse. The thing is, how to explain this? Let me think. Like this. What I would do with this impulse, for example, we are talking about that fair values, right? The thing is that this is not a valid pool now, because this is not like a fair value. It's only that impulse. It's that move between one fair value to a second fair value. So I would pull the fixed range tool, only on a bigger time frame. Because look, this is a good example actually. Let me hide all of this. You have one fair value down there. This is the second one. This is the place in between. This thing here. Right? but it's inside a bigger fair value, like area of value, right? It's going to be on daily time frame, isn't it? It is. So I will do the pull here, and the same thing. Look, the same thing with this one. It's not on a daily time frame, it's going to be on weekly. Is it? It's not actually. So I wouldn't do the pull here. No sense for me. Because if you get this, you like automatically know that there is not a lot of volume, right? You don't have to do the pull. But if you have the chopping movement, you know that there is a volume, right? You can sell by looking at this. You know that there will be volume, but you don't know where it's exactly. You want to see like the peak. Where is the biggest amount of it? So you're gonna pull the fixed range tool, and it's gonna show you. Simply said. Yeah, we have that speak. We have that speak today of the Powell. I don't know when, though. Okay, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Could you give a realistic view on the life financially as a full-time trader? I'm grinding after work, but still have a lot of chart time to go. I have no idea what's realistically possible to achieve. Yeah, okay. Where should I start? Like, this is so context dependent, we can say, because it depends on how much capital you have. So I wouldn't really pay attention to like the monetary amounts. The realistic amount you can expect as a day trader is 5 to 10% per month on your day trading account. You can have more, you can have more aggressive accounts, you can have more like a stable accounts, right? So an aggressive you can make 40% 1 month, but the next month you're gonna lose 20. So the average is important. So I would say in the average, because also you'll have like a good month, you'll have a bad month, you'll have months where there's not a lot of volatility. In average, you can make from like 5 to 10%. I make a little bit more. So in average, I make around 12% this year. And then you can do the calculation. You have 100K account, you can expect 10 grand a month. You have 1 million account, 100K a month. The compounding effect is huge. Okay, so this is why I'm not living like, I would say, like to my age, I'm living kind of like a high lifestyle, right? I'm like driving a nice car, traveling obviously, but I'm not spending more than 20%. I would actually say even less, the 20% of what I make monthly, because I'm like looking for that compound effect, if you know what I mean. And even though like I'm trading, I have 2 of my 100K accounts on Bybit, then I have my funded accounts. Basically, I'm living off of the funded account now, and this covers my life expenses, food, just like fun things. I can spend the money from the FTMO, but from the other accounts, I'm just like compounding, reinvesting, and all of this. So like I said, 10%. This is like the fair amount I would aim for. Super appreciate your answers, Jan. Can't wait to join the community. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, so if you are thinking about joining Wizards, then do it probably today, since we have that 50% sale. It's ending today in the midnight, okay? So from tomorrow, we will have a standard prices. So if you've been thinking about joining the team, now is the right time. We actually have 50% sale on Education Plus, which is the 6 months membership. But yeah, and like people ask me why I do this, because like to be completely honest, I kind of get this. If you are able to make money from trading, why you would do this? Well, I've been talking about this already, or I've talked about this already. I can talk about it again. Well, firstly, the first point is trading is really lonely, and all of you that haven't traded for a living yet, you can't tell because you don't have this experience. But I've been doing this for what, 2.5 years before I started Crypto Wizards, as like a day job, right? And it's only you and your screen. You are not meeting any people. You can't talk about this with your friends, with your family, whatever it is, or whoever it is, because they don't know shit. And I'm just being honest here. I'm being completely open here. It sounds stupid, but you can't share this with your friends, with your family, because they just don't understand, right? It's the same like if, I don't know, your mother is a, I don't know what, doctor, and she's talking to you about some patient, right? You don't care or you don't understand because you don't know shit about being a doctor, right? So it's the same with a trader. You can talk with them about it because they don't know what you are talking about, which is like fair enough, you know. I get this completely, but it's such a lonely job. And like looking for some groups, like I did some not a research, but I spent some time in some groups, you know, before I started the CV. It's like a competitive place, or I felt like this, right? Every single group was like full of toxic people, and they felt like they are against you. You know what I mean? So I felt like, you know, let's start something that's gonna be mine, and we're gonna be on the same side, which we did, and it's good. And actually, I was posting some tweet today about it, but like seeing the community of like-minded people every single day, we are on the same path, we are interested in the same thing, we work on this together, and like seeing the progress of others, that's so good. And like to be 100% honest with you, it's of course some income for me. And the thing with the trading is, it's not gonna take you a lot of time once you're gonna get to a profitable level. So you have plenty of free time, okay? And if you're gonna speak to some of the traders that are doing this for a living inside our group too, they're gonna tell you the same thing. You have plenty of free time. You don't have, you need to find something that's gonna keep you like focused, firstly, and something to work on. Because like once you, I don't know what is like a good example of good comparison, but once you like get consistently profitable, it's automatic for you, the process, right? So it's not that enjoyable anymore, even like obviously you are making money from it, so it's good, but the feeling of like trying to make it and working hard is not there anymore because it's automatic process for you. So I was looking for something else, and like I said, it's obviously like another income for me. So why not to share the knowledge? Why not to share and build some team? And I have like more deep plans with this in the future, not related to course or whatever it is, but more related to community. But kind of a goal for 2023, 2024. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to talk about it now. But yeah, I'm just like trying to build the right community here. So firstly, not afraid of leaving such accounts in the bear markets, exchanges, not your keys, all in trading or holding alts. No. Actually, I'm holding only on Bybit, only what I need to like use to the margin. What I'm most likely gonna do, I haven't done it yet. I'm probably gonna do it very soon because, like, you know, everyone in crypto space started to be like a little bit more cautious once the FTX thing happened. I'm gonna start using like a high leverage, even though I'm gonna be paying like a higher fees. I don't care that much, and I will use a lower margin, and I will have more on like offline accounts. This is what I do, like the bigger amounts I have on like offline wallet, you know, like the Trezor, or was the second thing, Ledger. But I'm using the Trezor since they are actually from Czech Republic, as I am. Would you do anything differently during the time of building from 5K to 50K, from 100K plus? If I'm currently at 5K, should I still practice the rigid? Yeah, okay. So I would actually completely change my trading journey if I would be starting out now, or if I was starting out now. Sorry, if I were. Sometimes my English is just bad when I'm just like focusing on what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? But yeah, so if I were starting out now, I would start with the prop firms actually. So I would focus on getting funded first, because it's very hard to make from 5k to make what, like 50k. You know, you have to 10x your account, which is a lot. The 10x, like, and I know that the thing is that you see like these videos on YouTube, right? You see like, you know, I doubled my account in a week, I tripled my account, I 10x my account, whatever it is. It like, you see these challenges and so on. Number one, usually these people, they are trading this on demo accounts. And if they are not trading this on demo accounts, 4 and 10k is a small amount of money. Okay, so they can afford to lose it. Which, what I mean by this? Well, they can use like a, you know, high risk. You can risk more, you can make more, but you can be consistent with this. So they are aiming for, you know, 10x of account, but they are risking a lot, and they don't really care about losing 10 grand, for example. But if you have 5 grand on your account, you can expect you're gonna do 10x, or maybe you will, but the probabilities are really small. So what I would rather do is I would aim for getting funded with 100k account. Once you're gonna get this, it's very easy to make 5 to 8k a month with a funded account. You just need to stick to some rules, but you're gonna end it up with these rules anyways. Once you're gonna get to like bigger amounts of your account, because you are aiming to be consistent here. So I would definitely invest money into the prop firms first. And don't be dumb. Don't get me wrong. Don't spend the money you make from the prop firms on like a, you know, expensive watch, cars, whatever it is. Build your own account, because everything can happen with the prop firms. So don't rely on prop firms. They can, I don't know, get banned. They can, you know what I mean? Just like they can stop providing the service. So make money from them as soon as they are still available, but don't think with them or about them in a long term. So I would definitely try to get funded. Then I would aim for, with 100k, I would aim for like 20-25k profit. Once you have this, you can start to be a little bit more aggressive, for example. So you can really try to like push this and try to make as much as possible, or you're gonna lose the account. You're gonna lose the account, you're gonna apply for another one, and you're gonna repeat the process. This is much easier for, in my opinion, than actually like starting with 5k and slowly building up the account. Two things. If you want to do this with the correct risk management, it's gonna take you a lot of time. And the second thing is, I think it's very important to like reward yourself a little bit. So let's say you can spend 20% of the money you make with the pro firm, right? So if you make 10 grand a month, you can spend 2 grand on like dumb things. You know what I mean? And with the rest, you can be building your account. Once I would do this, once I would get to this point where I'm funded and I'm making money from the funded accounts, I would sign up for a second account and I would use a trade copier to copy my trades on first account. So by doing this, I would just like higher the volume of the money I'm trading, right? So from one prop firm, I would go to like 5 prop firm accounts, and you can use obviously, don't do that. Like don't use like a different, some person from a family and like account on him. No, probably use like a different prop firm, because you can have only like 2 accounts on the FTMO, right? So like one way is obviously, no, you get what I'm trying to say. But don't do this. Just like, you know, sign up for a second, like my FOREX funds, whatever it is, and just use like a second account, use trade copier. By doing this, you can literally get from 0 to 200k, 100k profit in 1 year, in my opinion. It's realistic with making 10% a month. It sounds that I'm promoting the funding so much or so bad. Like I don't give a shit actually. Do whatever you want. to be completely honest, they are built here to fail you, right? So they want you to fail. Let's be honest. They are not expecting from you to make money for them by trading. They are trying to make money from the challenge fees. So you need to be very good. But once you can stick to these rules, once you can get the account, it's not going to be a big problem to make at least 10K. And you've put it in, $500, you're going to make 10K. The risk and reward, the return on investment is very good. So this would be, Piers, this would be my answer. You're a superstar, Jan. Why you are not trading on 400K account? Or do you have to wait till you can access large portfolio? This is actually a goal for 2023. The thing is, and I was talking about this on the last stream, I think. I was trading 300K at once. So basically like 2 Bybit accounts and 1 FTMO. Like handling more of these accounts is very hard, to be honest. And I lost the FTMO account. So in the summer, I lost the FTMO account because I forgot that I'm in a position. So basically I was doing I was copying these trades on all of my accounts, but like manually, not automatically by using some bot or application or whatever it is. And I lost the account. Simply I exceeded that daily loss, and because I forgot about the position. But I'm still testing. Right now I'm in a testing phase of the trade copier. The thing is that you have like a spread between like my FOREX funds and FTMO, for example. So sometimes you're gonna get stopped out on one account, you're not gonna get stopped out on a second account. So it's not gonna be that easy to use, but it's definitely one of my goals or one of my plans for 2023. Why I'm not passing the account already is that just December, November is a very bad months for passing the challenge, in my opinion, since December is obviously, half of the month, very low volatility, no one is going to be really trading. And also I'm just like leaving and taking like not time off, but I'm leaving to Dubai and just relaxing a bit right now, because I've been working so hard this year. Not only this year, but I'm not partying, I'm not drinking. I'm literally working 12 hours a day on improving the strategies, like, looking at the data or working around the crypto wizard. This is not my only business that I have. The other ones are not taking like so much time, but still I need to work on them too. So I'm going to gym every day. So yeah, I'm very, I would say, hardworking person. So right now, like these 2 months, I'm just gonna like slow down a little bit. But yeah, this is my answer why I don't have the 400K yet. Thank you for sharing your journey. How long did it take you to become a profitable trader? Another thing is it possible to do FTMO challenge when you trade only crypto? Yes, it is. It is possible. I passed it with the gold and crypto, but how long did it take me? 2.5 years approximately, which I view as a very short period of time. But also I was very lucky, to be honest. I made a lot in a bull market simply just by holding crypto, but to get into, I was like consistently profitable before the bull market, but I was trading like a small amounts, right, or small accounts. But also I was very young, so I was still living with my parents. This is probably the reason why I made it, actually, because I was so free, no pressure. Like if I didn't make any money at the month, like at the time, I was fine because I was living with my parents. They provided me with the home, with the food. They brought the food on the table. So yeah, like a very easy start of the journey for me, I would say, to be completely honest. More info on funded accounts. Yeah, so the funded accounts, I know that I feel bad for this actually, because I'm really not promoting the funded accounts. Actually, I became the FTMO affiliate like a week ago, but I keep talking about them basically from the first day when I started to pass them. Uh, okay, so you don't have to use like the affiliate link, just to make it clear. Like, because when I'm watching these videos on YouTube, I feel like they are still like trying to sell you something or make money from you on like links or something. No, this is not what I want to do. Why I keep talking about them is, for me, it's probably the return on investment, the potential, how much money you can make from them is just so good. So the thing with them is it's kind of hard to, I wouldn't say it's hard to pass them, but it's hard to, how to say, like maintain the account, right? Because you have a lot of rules and you can forget about some, or simply like your psychology will get you, which kind of happened with me. I was like too greedy, I would say. I was trading free accounts, that's why I got, or that's why I lost one. But like let's be clear, let's be honest here. They are trying to make money from the fees, from the challenge fees. So this is like the first thing you need to think about. So it's not gonna be easy. Statistically, only 3% can make it. This is the thing number one. But what I'm trying to say here is once you are able to stick to these rules, and once you pass the account, what I would aim for is trying to withdraw like first 5%. For example, yeah, I would aim for 5%, which means 5 grand. You spend 500, you make 5 grand, it's 10x, right? In a month, maybe over a month, whatever it is. But if you think about it like this, the return on investment is like so huge. And once I made the 5k, I'm like risk free, right? The investment played out, I can do whatever I want with my account right now. So I can be a little bit more aggressive, for example, or simply like using the same thing, but I will be like psychologically free, which is very important, right? I made money already, I can make more now. The thing with them is, if you are starting out especially, it's gonna be very hard from a psychology side, because you have the daily drawdown rule, the 10% rule, and also you are limited by time. So there is like a lot of pressure on you. So I would say definitely you're not gonna pass your first challenge. If you are starting out now, it depends. It depends, but I would say that the likelihood that you're gonna pass your first challenge is kind of small. But even if it's gonna take you like 3 attempts, right, and then you're gonna make 10 grand, it's still worth it. So yeah, like try to use the demo accounts before you're gonna go for the real one. But always think about it like this. They are trying to make money from you on the fees. So like, ensure yourself that you know what you are doing, because a lot of people, what they do, or I can imagine what a lot of people do, they see 100k, 30 days, whatever it is, they're just gonna buy the challenge, right? And they think that they can pass it, but 97% of them won't pass the challenge. So don't be lazy, use the demo accounts, journal your trades, and journal your psychology. Be sure that you can handle it from a psychology side. Then you can start with the prop firms. Can you touch on the qualification process for these prop firms? I've never heard about them before now. What are the penalties if you lost all of the funds? There is no penalty. There is nothing here. The thing is that you need to pay for a challenge, okay? So you need to pay $500. If you're gonna pass it, they're gonna actually refund you. But if you're not gonna pass it, obviously you lost the 500. Just join. See, we welcome in the team, mate. Are you guys doing daily voice chat in Discord? We have like this live trading room inside Discord, but I was a little bit busy recently, so I wasn't joining. But so no, I can't really say that we are doing like a daily voice chat, or like members are doing. I'm just like not joining on a daily basis now. Like recently, like I said, from 2023 I will be more active, but like right now, like I said, I'm taking it a little bit slowly, I would say. Not working that much, and yeah, I'm gonna be traveling. It's obviously like December, so Christmas. So I'm just gonna not stay on the sidelines, but I will be a little bit like calmer, I would say. But yeah, I was joining these sessions on a daily basis, the live trading room, and I will be from 2023. No, this is the thing. I wasn't using ADAS, so I was basically manually entering from a phone, and then from like a one Bybit account in a Safari, and a second one I had in a Chrome. So that's what I did, which that's kind of reason why I lost my account, which sucks, but yeah. But basically I have the account back now, just to like make it clear. Look what's happening with the euro. Look at this. The volume is quite huge. I would be looking, but this is what I said a few days ago. Sorry, you can see my screen. Now you can. We are looking lower on Euro USD for last few days. I think it's gonna be here. Yeah. Said my plan on Euro USD. This is a daily time frame. Look, we are looking lower. Very nice reaction, actually. And the BTC is still not doing anything. Like, look. We keep ranging between 800 and 850. Stupid, but let's pay attention to the order flow if we are actually getting some divergence. No. Yeah, like as soon as we are inside the daily value area range, I don't care about it. There's not much I can do about it. No, actually, I'm using the FTMO from like April this year. So, no, like I made it on my personal account without the funding. The cool thing with the funding is that you can get this like certificate. Let me try to find it. And like this is the thing, if someone is telling you that he's a FTMO trader, he should have this it's like a proof that he passed actually the challenge and the verification. Every single FTMO trader has this, so just trying to Yeah, right here. Look. This is what you get from them. Yeah, you see, this is the 24th of April, 2022. And you can verify the certificate by like clicking on the QR code here. So because like, you know, people can use like Photoshop or something like this. So like always verify the verification or the certificate by like using the QR link. It's a cool way. I like that they did this. I don't really understand what you mean by which way was your best, but yeah, like I wasn't using the funding when I made the like huge gains inside or during the bull market. Yeah, euro is most likely going below here. It's gonna be like double top and then it's gonna break to the downside. Most likely. Okay, that's cool. 161 trades. But the amount is quite small compared to the trade amount. What account do you have? Like the 50k or 100k? If 100, then like I make 6 grand in like 2 trades. Oh, so you need to be like really aggressively scalping then if you made this in 9 days. That's cool. I mean, stick to whatever works for you, you know? So if you are aggressively scalping and it's good, then like stick to it. Oh, okay, so it's 10k account. Uh-huh. Do you ever consider additional markets in your trading like oil? No. This is not a way how you should think about it, in my opinion. Every single market is acting a little bit differently, and you need to like get a feel for it, right? So this is a really a mistake that a lot of people are doing, but especially beginners. They think that they can use like exactly the same strategy on every single asset, which is kind of possible, but you will get lost once you'll be paying attention to like 10 pairs, right? Or 10 assets. So I trade only 3 assets and I don't pay attention to anything else. Because I know that eventually I'm actually gonna lose money than actually making some. But you can watch my video about, it's called one setup, one pair, one time frame in a one session. You can check it. I was talking here why I think that one pair is suitable for majority of people. Okay, so that's very good actually. 6k on 10k account. That's crazy. That's 63,000 on a 100k account. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. Swing failure. Cool, yeah. I like what you said here. One setup and it's fine. Yeah, totally. Master one setup and you're fine. That's all you need. You know, once you're like 100% sure, and I was talking about this uh, earlier today, but it's automatic for you. The process is like automatic once you master one setup. So then you can use like something else. But that's a good point. Like use one setup, one strategy, and you'll be fine. I want to start with a small account first and open a big account next year. Perfect. That's how it should be. And I like that you start on demo account. You're gonna make it. I don't want to say I know it, but with this approach, you most likely you will make it, because this is needed. The patience, the hard work, and the experience is needed. Silver did this. Pigment did this. I did this. I did the same. You did this. You just need to proceed to the final destination, which is the FTMO real account. I think that some sale is actually coming on FTMO tomorrow, because if you're gonna check their page, here it says something through special is coming in 7 hours. But I have no clue what it means. But to be completely honest, I wouldn't take it even with the sale, most likely. Because like I said, December is just not a good month to passing the challenge. You have 30 days, but realistically you have like 14 days from now. Because from like 15th of December, the volume is just gonna keep dropping. And the market will be closed, during the Christmas time. So I don't know, maybe there will be some extension or something like this, but if not, and it's gonna be like 30 days, then you literally have only like 14 days to pass the challenge. So it's a little bit unfair, I would say. No, I'm not gonna be trading in Dubai. Bro, it's a vacation. I don't need to make money every single day. It's vacation for me. So literally, like, I'm planning to do like some TA in the morning for like the team. Then I'm gonna check charts like in the evening. But I'm not gonna be trading most likely. Or if there will be like some easy setup to take, like a high probability one, I'm gonna take it. But I'm on vacation, so I'm not gonna like sit in front of a screen the whole day. And now I'm gonna trade Euro USD, nothing else. Perfect. Yeah, that's how it should be. So I guess you're in a short then. I envy you a little bit, to be honest. This SFP entry was just so good. Yeah, this one was just so nice. Yeah, exactly, Sputnik. Exactly. You pay 500. You can pass it. You'll get the account. They will refund you the 500. If you don't pass it, then 500 is gone. But once again, think about like the investment, right? It's a return on investment. Anyway, guys, I need to go to the toilet, so give me 3 minutes and I'll be back. Prepare some questions. I'm back. I think that you guys should hear me. I have the advantage that I can work from home, and besides, I have my charts open. Yeah, that's really good. Mm-hmm. Totally. Even though I would say it's like very important to be. Oh, by the way, what's happening on BTC? Uh, yeah, still okay. The volume is just so poor, but so poor. Crazy. Yeah, it's important, but it's also important to be like fully focused, right? So, mm, don't forget about that. But yeah, like if you are able to work and you have the time to like check the charts, then it's very good. You can actually do both. Like you don't have to be full-time trader, especially in the beginnings. Like I would say if I would be switching from like a day, like a day job to trading full-time, that have at least like 6 months of life expenses on your bank account. I know what you mean with the trading groups and them being quite aggressive, toxic. Personally, I struggle with the trading groups. I get caught up in all the white noise. Yeah, this is a big problem, It's very hard also when you are like starting out. It's very hard to pick something which is like, legit or real because like hands down, or let's be honest, 80% of like these groups, they are making money only from uh like the course or from the subscription, and like the signal groups and so on. So it's very, and I did the same mistake basically when I was starting out. I joined a lot of groups. I would say I spent like definitely more than 5 grand on like learning. So you just need to be able to like filter out what works and then what doesn't work. The thing is, if you are like new buy, you don't know, when you see the things and obviously in a course it looks that it works, you're gonna spend half a year working on this and then you'll realize that okay, this is no sense. It's not working. So yeah, it's like starting out in the trading space is very hard to find like real knowledge. Exactly. You are trapped in a jungle. And that's why I think that if I would try to like push this with the marketing and like showing expensive things and so on, I think that I will be able to make more money from like this than actually from trading. I believe in this, even though like right now the income from the group is like 20% of what I make. I think I can like, yeah, I can make double what I make from trading, in my opinion. I don't know it, but in my opinion, if I'm gonna start, paying for ads, showing you expensive cars, expensive watch, and luring people in that I'm gonna be like sending signals and so on, but this is not what I want to do. I'm here to obviously have this as a business, but also to provide like a real value, right? Because the real value is not luring you in and telling you you're gonna make a fortune with me, but providing like quality education, things that works, things that are proven, and being honest here. Uh, that's why I'm not so focused on marketing. Like, if I would like to, I can be creating or making 2 videos a day, and so on. And like I said, showing like being just better in marketing. But this is not what I want to do. At the beginning, you are trapped in a jungle. Everyone trades differently, and you shouldn't copy everything from everyone exactly. Yeah, this is a good point, actually. I like what you said, but I've been talking about this for a million times already on the streams. But when I was starting out, so I think this was after like first 1 year being consistently profitable. I was like coaching 5 people, okay, and I made like a lot of money from it, to be completely honest. The thing is that no one of them actually was able to make money with the things I showed them with the strategy. And this was exactly the point where I realized, okay, something is wrong here. And the thing that I'm trying to say, I show them my exact strategy. I'm not using the strategy anymore, by the way, but it was a mechanical strategy, scalping one. No one of them were able to have exactly the same track record as I had. The thing was, or the thing is, the most important part of the strategy is being able to stick to it and being able to handle it correctly, right? And no one of them did that. Well, firstly, they didn't have the experience. Second thing is, one is built for swing trading. Second one is, more aggressive. He is built for scalp trading. Another guy is for day trading, and so on and so forth. So it's very important to find like the sweet spot. Find something that works for you, right? So you need to, and this is the thing that I can't really tell if you are good at swing trading. I can't really tell if this is good for you. What I can do is show you everything that I use, and you're gonna pick what you like. This is exactly what we did inside the Crypto Wizards. So even though I'm sharing my exact strategies inside the course, how I use them, what I do, I'm not saying you have to do the same. You can pick, okay, I like Fibonacci's, I like horizontals, I like absorptions, and I think that I'm more aggressive, I'm built for scalping. You're going to build strategy on this. Since you know that you're going to combine these 3 tools, I'm here to help you to like create some system, but it's very important to realize that if this works for me, it doesn't have to work for you. So, and also, it doesn't have to be the case, but it is a lot of times, okay? So yeah, that's why we have a lot of modules, or basically everything that we use is covered. Even though like some of the things I covered inside the group, I don't use them. But I know how to use them, and I used them in the past. But I don't use them anymore, but they are covered. They are valid. I know that they works. Maybe they are fit for you. So you're going to apply them. Everyone's psychology is different. There is no blueprint other than fighting your way through. Exactly. I agree with this 100%. Totally. There is no cheat code, or I think that there is not a strategy that can make you like profitable trader overnight, or I haven't found it yet. But yeah, if any one of you is interested in learning our strategies, then obviously visit our website. We still have the 50% sale on Wizards Plus and 40% sale on Wizards, which is a monthly subscription. This one is a 6-month plan. You'll get access to all of these modules that we have here. So for example, we can have a look at exocharts. Every single module, or I need to sign in. Every single module is finished by the final exam, so you will actually test yourself if you understand it correctly, if you know how to use these tools. But this is not everything. Obviously, you'll get access to the trading journal, so you can journal your positions inside here. You will get access to like the TA checklist, all of the templates that we use, our indicator that we use. You'll also get access to like the Education Plus calls, all of the trading view settings that we use. You have like the forums here, so if you have any questions, you can, ask here. We have economic news page, so you can check every single day if there are some upcoming news in the market. And then we have some additional resources that helped us a lot in improving our trading and overall in our trading journey. So yeah, like we try to build a platform for beginners, but also for traders that are already profitable, that knows what they are doing. But so this can be also usable for them. So I think that we actually made quite a good job. But let's check BDC. Okay, hitting that value area high, nothing is happening. Do you need English/Arabic pro trader in your team? Actually, we are not looking right now for any analyst, to be honest. Since like the whole Discord is in English. For a year now, I've been sitting at a PC for 10-14 hours almost every day learning, and only now it's slowly starting to click. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it will play out. You'll see the results. It's gonna be worth it. Totally. Just give it a time. Also, the thing is, like, in trading, maybe sometimes less is more. So sometimes it's better to like take it slowly, trying to like learn about yourself, because I believe that you can use the TA, you can use or learn the TA in 6 months time, I would say. That's why we selected like the half year plan, because in my opinion it's enough if you're gonna put in the time to like learn the TA. It's very important to like, you know, master your psychology, which is gonna take you more time, but like with the psychology, definitely less is more. Okay, guys, I'm here for what? Can I see the time somewhere? Yeah, here. 1 hour and 47 minutes. Oh my god. Crazy. I'm quite hungry, actually. I'm gonna get some food. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining today's stream. Do you guys have any questions? If so, then I will answer them. But if you don't, well, the plan is still the same. For BTC, we are looking down. Right now, we are in this like choppy sideways range. Wait for taking out these highs. Somewhere around here, I will be stopped out. And I'm going to take the L here, which is fine. The target, TP1, would be somewhere around here. So basically, the risk and reward that I have on the trade, this is my entry around here. This will be the stop loss 3.2. But like I said, I'm looking to compound more once we're gonna break it, or I'm gonna just get stopped out and then I can re-enter. Simply said. No problem, you are welcome, Pierce. No problem. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining today's stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with friends. Let's grow this community a bit. And see you next time. I'm going to announce it in the Discord again or on my Twitter, so you'll know about it. Once again, thank you so much and have a nice rest of the day. And by the way, thanks for the questions. It was really good.